What is up, guys? Welcome. We are live, and we are going to be having a ton of fun, and I am joined by one amazing individual, and then one person we couldn't get rid of because he's here. I'm just kidding, Adam. I love you. But let me let them introduce themselves because they are also here on camera. Oh no, they're like little. Hold on, let me see. There's one.
He's gonna pinch us out of the. He's gonna pinch us out of the frame.
I beat your head. I beat your head. He's like poking me. Anyway, guys, Alex, introduce yourself.
Hey guys,
Alex from Intel.
Yes, Alex. I'm Alex. I'm a tech evangelist for Intel, and I'm very excited to have you guys here today. And we're very excited today because we finally have all the numbers out and all the reviews out for our latest and greatest processor, the 13th Gen Intel Core processor, and we're gonna be playing with it today. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And then Adam.
Hello, hey guys, I'm Adam. I'm the partnerships coordinator here with Origin PC. Also do the streams for Origin PC, all that fun stuff. Get to work a lot with amazing people like Robey himself. Really excited for what we have planned for the day.
And Alejandro. He gets to work with amazing people like Alejandro too.
And Alejandro. I get the best of both worlds. I get to work on both the influencer side and the partner side. So.
And then we have a hidden person. You don't see him, but he's here. He's stressed. Everybody, give it up for Palm Brady, Alex. We call him Palm Brady because he's like a cheerleading champion. Can you at least say hi, Alex?
Hey, everybody.
There's no mic. There's no mic for Alex, but he's here.
I stressed him out though. He was just like, I don't know what to do.
Believe us, he's here.
You put him on the spot, and he's like, "No, this was not scripted. Not scripted. No,
I'm not supposed to do
what
this.
to do? What to do?"
Okay, so here's what's happening today, guys. We're gonna have a ton of fun. I know Alex and I are very, very excited, and we've now got Adam like revved up. So like Alejandro said, 13th Gen is out. My review's out. Everybody's review's out. We now kind of have the numbers, the benchmarks. But we are lucky enough to be here in partnership with Intel, Origin PC, and Asus, and Corsair, and like Scuff, and I can name them all. Like, there's just so many companies that are involved right now. And we are here to overclock and play and talk about what it takes to do that with the new 13th Gen. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I thought what would be fun is if Alex, you can talk to us, like, what is 13th Gen? Why is it awesome? And how else can we use it besides just putting in a CPU? Like, I've heard things like you could do it for nose piercings. What are some of the other functional uses of the CPU?
I should have shown you. I actually have a keychain. That has a one of the 13 processor gens, but you know that was a broken one, but that's why I have this keychain. Yeah, so let's get back into it. So the 13th Gen core processor, you could call it like a refresh of architecture from Alder Lake. Well, not a refresh, but we use Alder Lake architecture, which was launched last year. It's a hybrid architecture, which means you have two different types of cores. You have an efficient core and you have a performance core. So we have that in this architecture. We have made some changes to it. The changes are, so for the E-cores, we have included 8 more E-cores into this new processor. And for the P-cores, we have improved the size of the cache. We have done a little bit more aggressive algorithms when it comes to fetching. And also the overall processor, we have increased the frequencies. And we were able to do this thanks to some improvements that we have done through our process technology. So we have improved the process technology, which led us to higher frequencies, and we also done some minor tweaks and architectural changes in there with being great. It is an amazing processor, as you'll see. We're going to have a lot of time here. We're going to be playing with it when it comes to overclocking.
Okay, awesome. Now, how do you get more E-cores in there? Is it like, do you just use like little vices to make extra room? Like, you know, how do you actually?
We secretly invented a shrinking ray. We got the idea from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and we.
It's a shrink ray.
Yeah,
it's a shrink ray.
exactly.
Now, for those of you who are watching here, who are watching via chat, and if you have questions, we have so many people who are paying attention to kind of get that stuff fed in here. I've got chat.
Yeah.
We've got Adam on chat. So if you have questions and we're talking about things, and you want to know more, then feel free to kind of chime in and ask those questions. So that way we can help educate you and bring you wiser when it comes to getting the most out of your 13th Gen. and which I think is what you want, right? Like in the end, Alejandro, I think that's the best thing about a stream like this is that we're going to give people absolutely the most they can get out of their 13th gen Intel CPUs.
Yes, so we'll be definitely. I mean, because there's when you get your processor, you get certain defined frequencies, but there's actually you can probably squeeze a little bit more out of it, especially for those who are unlocked, which are our K SKUs. So today we're launching our 3K SKUs, which is the i5, which is the 13600K. We have our i7, which is our 13700K, and we have our i9, which is our flagship, which is the 13900K. All of those you can actually overclock. So you can play with the frequencies, what we're going to do shortly, and make sure that we're using the Z motherboards to do so, the Z chipsets.
Yes. And Kiltman was basically saying, we look like we're inside of Spaceship Earth. So I do want to give a huge shout out for people who don't know. I was here for the launch of 12th Gen, right? And we were here with Marcus, which if folks do not know who that is, Marcus is one of the Alejandro's boss. Just to be super clear. We've now illustrated that, but he runs the basically the CPU business. Essentially, is that correct? Am I right in that?
He's the director of the director and general manager of the director of the gaming, content creation, and esports side of Intel.
Okay.
So long story long, he is in charge of all the processors that are related to gaming. So the SKUs.
Got it. Okay, so that's who he was, and we were here in this, and it looked completely different. It did not look like Spaceship Earth. We had like all of these game boxes back here. We built a PC and compared it against an AMD rig. We were doing dancing, like it was very, very different. Since then, they've then pooled together their money. They've been mostly begging down in Orlando next to Walt Disney World, and they've been able to put together enough money to make this new studio. And so it looks very different, but I'm in the same place with the same people. And you guys did a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, did you make a run for Epcot Center and you grab kind of those panels?
This is actually from Epcot. This is like literally from the ball. They just took it right off the ball.
I mean, I was here for both streams like Robey mentioned, and again, you guys, he's here. I promise he's in the room. But big shout out to Alex behind the entire direction of this entire stream, and he was the one that helped remake this entire room and make it look really cool.
Yeah. Now this is going to be a longer stream, and I figured what we do is as part of this, knowing that not everybody can be here for hours and hours at a time, we went ahead and we also at the same time launched a video on my channel, which you guys can go check out right now. We got a short trailer for that, and then from there we can start diving into the intricacies of overclocking the 13th gen. So why don't we check out that trailer real quick, and then we'll be right back. You've got your brand new CPU, but you're like, hey, I want to really get the power out of it. What do I do now? Well, welcome to the world of overclocking, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like 30 seconds.
That's quick.
I like how the parts that they all took was all the stuff of me dancing. It had very little to do with the actual overclocking. People were like, Robey's got moves, let's use that for the trailer.
It's perfect.
I love the hype in the chat, which is also really, really good. So Alejandro, let's start. Let's ask the first question. Why should one overclock their CPU? Like what's the reason?
So we were talking before, right? There's this little extra performance that you get in there. So if you are a gamer, there's some extra frames per second that you can get out of there. If you're a content creator, that means that you can actually get some faster rendering in there, especially if your business, if you're a prosumer, that'll definitely save you some time. So there's definitely more performance in there left in there. So that will be one of the reasons to overclock your system. Do things faster. Do things faster and a smoother experience. Sorry, go ahead, Robey.
Well, and like Splave was saying, right? Like you're essentially leaving free on the table, right? Like this is performance that with the K SKU you have unlocked.
Yeah, I love that how Splave put it that day. I think it was pretty awesome. Yeah, there's like some extra performance in the table. If you're not gonna go overclock it, then like why leave it there? So, and the cool thing is we have a lot of knobs for you to play. well, there's the there's the for those who are just starting, there's some beginner knobs, but for those of you who are more into it or have a little bit more experience, we got even more knobs into it. I will even say a plethora of knobs.
Yes, I'd say plethora of knobs is an understatement. And we'll walk through the tool here a little bit later just to kind of let folks know what that is. Now, for those who don't know, Alejandro and I and Lewis, I don't know why I called him Lewis and Splave all already had a chance to overclock using liquid nitrogen. Do you remember that? When you had hair, Alex, before it all like froze off?
Well, that's what happens when you start throwing liquid nitrogen around the place, man. That was not funny. We're kidding. We're kidding.
No, but we were able to get it to what, 8.2?
Yes, sir. It was 8.2 single core, which was pretty impressive until today, which we saw. Actually, we saw another. I forgot who it was. Hit it. What I saw, they were able to hit 8.8 something else. So that's a completely new world record.
Wow.
Beating the previous
one that we just
on
did.
Frequency. Yeah, exactly. No, there was a world record that was going on for like 8 years, and now that's not. Yeah, that's not the record.
Man, Alex, I thought we were gonna get like I thought we were gonna go have our moment. Like Guinness was gonna show up. We get to show like the world record with me, you, and Splave. It was gonna be like we could also start our boy band, which we really wanted to do.
Oh my God. Tell me why.
Yeah. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but an
with the reach and grab. Yeah. All right. Enough of that. That's a little disturbing.
That was
Sorry,
like
you got to
close
see
to
that.
home, Alex.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so today we're not going to hit A2, guys. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about what you can do, and a couple things. Let's start with the kind of the hardware requirements that you need in order to do this kind of overclocking. So, first and foremost, we have to do the disclaimer, don't we, Alex? We have to do the disclaimer, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So
just as an FYI, if you were just to go get a K-SKU off of the Micro Center or Newegg or anything like that, this does actually void your warranty. But if you get from like a company like Origin, there are companies in pre-builts like who we're dealing with here today who actually do cover overclocking as part of their warranty service. So one kind of benefit for picking up an Origin PC, which these you can order like what we're going to be playing with here today. And if you wanted to do some overclocking, you could. And so just as an FYI, you are tinkering and pushing beyond the limits of I think the right thing, the registered limits, right? Is that the best way to put it, Alejandro? How would you put it?
Yeah, so we have some specifications in there that we say like, okay, these are the specifications, and actually we have been tuning it out through the years. As you remember, back in the days, there's like a setting for power, and then how long turbo will last, and then we change it. So specs are changing, so making sure that you guys get the most performance out of our processors over time. Yeah, once you start overclocking, like Robey was saying, the warranty is void, but like you said, Origin got your back on that one, so that's pretty cool.
We got your back. We got you covered.
They got you covered. And again, the PC that we are actually using here today to overclock, we're giving away.
Yep.
So we actually have a link for that. Like if you guys want to go check that out, we'll show that here in a minute. But we actually have a link for you to go and enter to win. And we're going to be giving that away so you can go do your entries and all that sort of stuff.
I'm going to post that in the chat across all channels as we speak. It's a landing page, and on this landing page, you can see the exact specs. On stream right now, as we're showing you on stream, there will be a widget for you guys to enter. You can check out everything and all information that is important to know.
Yep, which is absolutely awesome. And by the way, huge shout out to the team at Origin for that landing page. It almost looks as good as the set in here, right, in terms of just quality and stuff like that. So they're almost as good as Alex's set up there. But yeah, enter to win, and you can actually take this. I think they'll probably reset it. Like it'll be stock when you get it. But if you want to go do the same things, then you'll essentially be good to go. So now that we have that disclaimer out of the way, let's talk about what hardware you need. First and foremost, you have to have a K-SKU. That's kind of important.
Yeah, that comes in handy.
So, and then second, you better have some good cooling. Okay, so we are going above and beyond a lot of times, and this is always something when you think about, even when you buy a pre-built or whatever it was, make sure that you have above and beyond what might be the basics. So, yes, it is potentially easy to overclock with something like an air cooler, but we usually recommend something like a 360 millimeter AIO. I know I know Noctua, and there's some other ones that make fantastic air coolers. But again, you just want really good cooling to basically do any overclocking. And then anything else hardware-wise that you can think of, Alex?
Power supplies.
Oh, power supply. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that you have the power supply to deliver enough power that you're looking for, because we eventually, in order to keep the processor stable, sometimes you got to play with the power depending which frequency you're shooting for, and the motherboard. Make sure that the motherboard supplies the motherboard is actually set for overclocking or supports overclocking. That will come in helpful.
There we go. Now, the other thing too is I do want to talk a little bit about, and we'll hit this a little bit when we actually show the tool here in a minute, is this is where motherboards actually begin to separate themselves, and that's their ability to overclock. And especially when you're playing with stuff like a 13900K and some of the higher end boards, then there's things like VRM and a lot of overclock tools that come with higher end motherboards. So the one that we're using today, huge shout out to Asus, but we're using the ROG Maximus, which I mean obviously has amazing cooling, great VRM cooling, and then a lot of just BIOS settings, etc., that allow us to do a ton of overclocking. So anything you want to add to that, Alex?
Yeah, actually, Asus was the one who beat the world record this morning. It was 8.812.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, these guys. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah,
Wow.
no, exactly. Asus is a great partner, great board for overclocking. As we just heard, those guys have the world record right now. Well, one of the. There's a whole list of records they published. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think we're set. We're good.
Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into our screen now, because I want to talk a little bit about the software that we're going to be using to basically also overclock as well. So just going into our screen, if we can show that. Oh, can we not show? Oh, okay. Well, okay. So anyway, let me talk about some of the software that we're going to do, basically showing the overclocking in general. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually add the XTU. So this is called the new Intel Extreme Tuning Utility. So this is the latest and greatest from the folks over at Intel, and it's got a compact mode. It's now got a bunch of bells and whistles, some additional knobs, and we'll run through that in just a bit. We're also going to run a thing called CPU ID Hardware Monitor. These are all free, by the way, so you can go download this. We'll have links into my descriptions for this stuff for that. And this is what it's going to let me do is look at the actual core clocks and the temps, and make sure that we're essentially, so as we're running this, we can make sure that we're hitting the core clocks with our overclocking, make sure that our temps are good, all that sort of stuff. We're also going to be using MSI Afterburner, and this is when we're running games, just so we can monitor things like temperatures, etc. Especially because for some of the more like the 1 or 2 core overclocks, we definitely want to make sure that we are maximizing usage, so when you're in full screen versus in windowed mode, that way you'll actually get the full effect of those. So then MSI Afterburner allows you to basically track that. And then I'm trying to think, I think that's pretty much everything else. Everything else, oh, and then, sorry, Cinebench R23. And the reason we're going to use Cinebench R23 is because that's what we're going to do when we basically set our overclock, is run that to ensure that we actually have a stable overclock. Anything else that you want to add to that, Alex?
No. You got it. I was gonna say, like, we need this benchmark to set like where we start a baseline and then see where that gets us after we do the overclocking.
Exactly. So that's really kind of where it is. Now, the first thing that we do when we overclock is there's a couple things. First thing is, and our recommendation, and I'll let Alex chime in a little bit on this as well, is first thing we do is disable. We basically want to set it to as flat as humanly possible. So we turn off everything having to do with the motherboard onboard stuff, anything the motherboard's essentially doing. And then at the same time also, we turn off XMP for memory, because that can actually have some effect in terms of how stable your overclock can be as well. And again, you always want to tweak one thing at a time. So what we'll do is we'll overclock our CPU, get it to someplace stable, and then we can start playing with memory tuning and figure out like a nice in-between.
Yeah, so what happens when to Robbie's point, what happens is a lot of the motherboard vendors, the motherboard guys, what they do is they give you some extra settings. When you pull the motherboard out of the box, the motherboard doesn't come to Intel specs. It just comes with little tweaks here and there just to ensure that you have that stability and a little bit more performance. But that's why we want to set them back to baseline, so make sure that we're just tweaking one knob and there's not other knobs that are already on and off that we can throw us a little bit.
Yep, exactly. So Anyway, what we're gonna do here with this system is just to give you guys some idea of what we have inside of this, and we got the specs. So we actually have the Core i9 13900K. We actually have, just for GPU purposes, we have an RTX 3090 Ti. We're on an Asus ROG Maximus Z790 motherboard. We've got 32 gigs of DDR5, 6,000 megatransfer RAM. We've got a 360 millimeter AIO with QL120 fans, and those QL120 fans are on a 360 millimeter H150i Elite Capellix AIO. So 360 millimeters of cooling, and then what we're going to do, and then from there the rest of them are QL fans inside of a Corsair 5000D airflow. And we're going to just put up the spec sheet here real quick so you guys can see all this. And this is just to make sure that we can. So anyway, we wanted to give you like a baseline so you can see what all the parts are. Again, we're using an airflow case just to give you a good idea of essentially where we are from a starting perspective. So real quick, what we're going to do is we're going to see about seeing if we can capture the images from the system, so that way you guys can basically see it, and that way you guys will be able to see what we're essentially doing on screen. But yeah, Adam, what do you think? Have you ever done any overclocking?
Personally, myself, I've never actually done any overclocking, so this will be my first time, I guess, seeing it firsthand.
Oh wow, okay, okay. And then Alex, how many CPUs have you overclocked?
Ooh, quite a bit. I lost track after one. I'm kidding. There's been quite a few processors that have been. I mean, I started overclocking back in Sandy Bridge, so that was 2011, and that was the 2600K was the first one I overclocked. And it was funny because it gave me a false sense of like, oh, how easy this is. And I just went in there like, oh, let's put it to 5 gigahertz. And I'm like, oh, there it is. I'm done. But then I realized that, like, that was an amazing chip to overclock. And it became a little more interesting later on. But yeah. So I've done a couple here and there.
So why don't we do this, guys, just to make sure? We're going to take just a small break real quick so we can get an idea and get this set up a little bit. So we'll just be back in, like, let's say 5 minutes, and then we'll just be right back so we can make sure that you guys can see the screen. So just give us 5 minutes. We'll be right back, and then we'll get this started. And we're back. Welcome back, guys. Just as an FYI, the funny thing is that this is the way it always is, right, Adam? Like
Yeah, every time.
we basically had a GPU die, and in doing that, we had to like reinvent how we were going to do this whole thing. But luckily, with a massive scramble, and even Kevin Wazalewski for popping in here, we got everything reset up, and so we're good to go. Let's show. Can we show the screen? Everybody, I want some hype in the chat when we can see this.
Build it up in the chat.
We're going to build it up in the chat because you guys are about to see something incredible here in just a minute. And this is like this was technical genius on Alex's part for helping solve this. You guys will see it in just a second. Here we go. What is that? Look at that. Can we oh, look at that. You can see the mouse. Can we get some hype? Because this was what we just solved in the amount of time we just did. That is a huge deal right there. Okay.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
We are doing it live.
Alex, I know Alex Alejandro is looking at this going, okay, there we go. So got it all figured out and got it good. Okay, so let's talk about the tools again. First and foremost, you can see this right here. This is the Intel Extreme Tuning Utility. And then I talked a little bit about that, but Alejandro, how long has the XTU been around? I mean, because you're like 18, so it was probably well before you were born, right? Just so you guys know, we're working on the audio issue. One sec. Can you hear me, guys? Okay. Oh, they just can't hear Alejandro. Okay, so we're working on that.
Can they hear me? Chat, can we confirm we can hear me? Is
Yes,
Adam
yes.
okay? Adam is okay. Good.
Okay, so we're gonna get Alex in here. Don't worry, guys. This is always the fun part, right? When we get all this stuff going in there. Okay, so people can hear Alex. Sorry, people can hear Adam. People can hear Robey. We just need to add the most important person here.
Yeah, the guy that knows
The
the goods. Alejandro.
Sarge says, Robey in my left ear and Adam in my right. Apparently, we're going to have Alex in stereo surround. Okay. So yeah, we'll get this squared, guys. Don't worry. We had to add a whole new scene and everything like that. So I really appreciate it. And somebody asked the question, Robey, did you mirror the desktop? Yes, we did mirror the desktop. That's why you're only seeing it on one. Yes, so we're actually good there. So thank you. I want to give a huge shout out to chat for always just trying to help us give you a quality broadcast, right?
Yeah.
So you guys know what it takes. I know a lot of you do the same thing. So I really appreciate you guys hooking us up. And trying to be so kind with making. Don't we have the Origin bouncer? Next thing you know, Ellie's going to be
He's
there.
off duty today.
He's off duty.
He's off duty today. Yeah, he didn't show up to work today.
He only works Fridays.
Hey, can you guys hear Alex? Alex,
Can you hear me?
test?
Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. You guys were making me hungry earlier with the food talk.
Oh yeah,
Hey, guys.
he's doing food talk.
Can you guys hear me? How
Can
about
you
Hey,
guys
can you
hear
hear
Alex?
him? I see a yes. I hear
see a
Robey
yes.
double.
Woohoo. Yeah. Once,
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Now it should be only 3 voices plus the ones in my head that you guys should be listening. Well, not the one in my head. 3 voices. And yeah.
Okay,
anyways.
yeah. The echo is when we actually add the Alex director in. Okay, everybody's
Thread
like,
director?
perfect. Okay.
Thread director? Is it the thread director?
Yeah, he's the
Thread
thread
director.
director.
thread director.
Thread director. Okay. Okay, so Alex, now we got everything. Now that the mired is over, Alex, tell us about XTU.
This one over here. Yeah. So XTU, it is a tool that we have here developed here at Intel to give you access to all the different knobs that we have put inside the processor for you to overclock. So you can do a bunch of other stuff that actually will go with Robey while we tune the thing. It has an easy version per se, and then it has like, you get all the command control knobs from Houston Mission Control that you can play with. It's been there for a long time. I don't remember how long. I think the first time I saw it, I might be wrong, so you guys check me on the chat. But I think it was the X99 was the first time I saw the XTU or around there.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's a pretty cool tool.
Yeah, and we'll show that off here in a minute. So there's our XTU. We talked about this. This is CPU ID hardware monitor. I'll open this up. You guys be prepared to be blown away by the UI awesomeness that is this. But this is all of the information on our system. So yeah, so you can see that we've got like our P cores, our E cores. Look at all this. Look at all those E cores. So many cores. We can also see things like our voltages, our utilization, and all that sort of stuff. So this is what we're going to do as we're overclocking to see what it's doing. And you can see right now we've seen 5.5. Look at that, 5.5 all core across the board.
Damn. And
then there's our 4.3 on E cores right there. Does that make you happy there, Alex?
So happy.
Does it bring you joy?
Oh my God.
a little tear to his eyes.
Cut.
And then we'll also open up something right here. We're going to open it up right here, and you can download this as well. It's called Cinebench R23, and this is just kind of our way of just verifying what our overclock is. Now, what I'm going to do while we're chatting is I'm going to go ahead and start this up, and we're going to see essentially what our heat ends up being at through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to go clear min max, and what I'm looking for is this basically this package temperature, and we're just going to start running multi-core. And while we're doing this, we're just going to let it run. Now, normally I'd usually let this run for about 15, 20 minutes just to get a good soak. But for the sake of brevity and not to have the stream be over 10 hours long, even though Alex and I love to stare into each other's eyes, and this is a bro moment for the two of us.
Wait, this isn't a 24-hour stream?
Oh, yeah, it's not a 24-hour stream.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was misinformed. I'm sorry.
We're just going to let this run so we can get an idea. But already, let's just see where we are base-wise. Looks like we're already at 38,433.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Yeah.
So this is
Then we can sit there and
we're
you can see all
establishing the
voltages
baseline,
and
right?
all that sort of stuff.
We're establishing the baseline. Is
Yep.
like, this is how things come out of the box,
Right.
and this is the performance you can. Well, yeah. I mean, you can expect. A lot of performance also changes on depending on your thermals, motherboard, temperature case, and so forth and so on. But I need to preach to you guys on that because you guys know that.
And right now, this is what we're looking at, right? We're going to see how high this gets. We're going to soak this up. Now, we had, just so you guys know, just to make sure that we knew what we had, because there's a little bit of silicon lottery in this, which is the other thing that's interesting about overclocking, is you can find and get like lucky with your particular one that you bought, something that performs incredibly well, right? And that's called binning. You want to talk a little bit about that, Alex?
Yes. So when we are making the processors, like in every industry and everything you make, there's process variation on the fabrication of it, right? So sometimes your processor or whatever you're building is there's a distribution of how is it gonna land. So for processors, for example, I could say like they could be really great for overclocking, really faster, really leaky, or they can be on the less side of that. Of course, that's why we spec it out, and that's why we ensure that like, hey, this processor is going to get 5.8 one core turbo, but you might find some others that are better for overclocking, and that's due to process variation, and that's what Robey was referring to the lottery, and also like binning or cherry picking, like, hey, I found this great processor that gives me this great overclocking depending on the voltage that I have and all the other stuff. So yeah, that's the lottery. Sometimes you get the golden ticket, like, sweet, I don't have to change too much the voltage to get high frequencies. And this one, on the other side, you might have another processor that you have to really crank it up just to get 1 megahertz more. So that's the lottery, and that's called process variation.
And again, the thing is, when you see stuff like these people breaking world records,
Yes.
They might have dozens of these CPUs that they'll go through
hundreds.
to basically go and look for this stuff.
Yeah. So like when we were overclocking. Is a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
With
I know. It feels like forever ago.
I know.
So much has happened.
Yes. Those processors that we used, those were binned. There was hand selected. There was like there's different characteristics that you go and look that define what processor is going to be good. So we look at those and then we test them and like, oh, these guys look good. So that's what we did for that LN2 to be able to show you like, hey, we see that we can hit 8.2. But as you guys saw earlier today, as Asus put it up there, they hit 8.8. So, I mean, of course, LN2, there's a lot of art and tech savvy behind that, but that doesn't mean that you can actually get a great processor also that can get you higher.
And it is worth noting too that Splave did say 8.2 easily. Like
I know.
He was like, I'm ready to do more. So
He was like, yeah. I love his face when he's like, 8.2. I'm like, come on, man. It's not nothing to sneeze at.
He's like,
But now that
"Celebrate
we
the
see an
wins."
8.8, then yeah, that's a different story.
Well, it's funny because we got done doing the stuff with Splave, and he was like, okay, let's do it again. So we might have to do some LN2 overclocking up in Seattle, and have Splave out there. And
That'll be
we
fun.
might have to fly Alex up here. I might have to
Yeah,
do some more
let me know. More than happy to get the boy band together.
That's right.
The boy
Ain't
band.
nothing but an
The boy band is
ain't-
back.
Ain't nothing. Okay, we're gonna. It just keeps getting better. It's gonna be a good song, guys. It's gonna be a world
gonna be
hit.
great.
I don't know if you guys are prepared.
We're gonna be called negative 276 degrees.
There
Gotta-
we go.
I got a question from chat actually. And
Okay,
Robbie, I
question.
think
What's the question?
It's an easy one. I think you could start with this one. What is the AIO and motherboard currently being used?
What? That's
What
not
is
an
that?
easy question, Adam.
What
I
is
think
an
that's
AIO?
what's
Throw us a
have you
curveball.
ever heard of an AIO? I think it's a pretty easy question.
Yeah, no. Okay, so question from the chat is like, what is the motherboard AIO that we're currently using with the system? And then we have a 1,000-watt PSU. I forgot to mention about that.
Yes,
so we've got
we
the
do.
H150i Elite Capellix with QL 120 fans, and then we've got the Asus ROG Maximus Z790. So very, very high-end. Super high quality motherboard, and I will tell you something about the Asus board. I know we're gonna talk about this, but it's got a Gen 5 NVMe card,
Yeah.
and you can put one M.2 in it. It's like that's how much heat. it's so crazy.
Is
Gen
that
5.
the heatsink you were showing the other time on your?
Oh
stream?
yeah. That was
that was
that was
massive.
with a different one, but yeah, those heat sinks are so thick. Like your muscles thick there, Alex.
He's talking about the producer in the back, not me.
No, Alex isn't in the room. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, AIO. Okay, so I think right now at this point in time, we've let it run for about 4 minutes. I do know that we've seen this jump up to about 92. So right now we have anywhere between 5 to 6 degrees of headroom that if we wanted to play with. Now, understand, and this is very important, and we'll show you guys this a little bit later. What we're doing right now is really stressing. Doing stuff like this or Prime 95 is really stressing the CPU. Now, when we're gaming, and in most of your applications, you're not going to see temperatures anywhere near this. So even when we do these overclocks, and then if you were going to go game with them, you're going to see temperatures that are much, much lower. So just as an expectation, and again, this is overclocking for gaming, which does have some small effect, but we wanted to show that off a little bit today. And then, of course, see what we can actually push with this chip. So if that makes sense.
No,
Okay, so we'll just call it 88 for now. And so let's go ahead and stop this. I feel pretty good about this. Alex, how you feeling? You gonna do okay? Do you need to wipe it down or anything?
I don't know, man. I'll survive. hey. No, I think this looks pretty good. I'm
Okay.
kind of pretty excited to get you, for you to start playing with the knobs and see where we can get with this. Sorry, I'm not looking directly at the camera because I'm looking at the feed and see where you are.
Okay. Yeah, no, all good. So let's do this while this is running, because we got actually 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Why don't I talk about the XTU?
Yeah.
I probably should have done that while running R23. I just thought about that. It's okay.
You know what they say. We're doing it live.
Okay, well, yeah,
Exactly.
we're going to do it live. I'm
We
okay
did
with
the-
it because
we
I want
did
this to
the-
finish.
Earlier this morning, I got up early and did the demo dance cards to actually.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. What
Yeah,
does
you
that
did
look
very well.
like?
You don't want to
Yeah.
see it.
I kind of want to see that.
Maybe
Chat
later.
wants to see it. They might
Maybe
hype
later.
you up. They might hype you up for it.
Don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas.
Might be part of his boy band trials. So, okay, so we'll stop this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go take a look at this. So it looks like we ended up 6,271, and that was like the last run. I think we saw 38 as well. We're going to try, guys. We're going to try just to, when we get our overclock, we're going to shoot for 40K. I feel like that's a good shoot.
That's a great
for
shot.
when we go from there. So.
Yeah, we got to remember, right, that you're not shutting off the E-cores and a bunch of other stuff. You're like,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
not, we're not going for records. This is actually,
Nope.
I want to use this computer daily.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
exactly. Okay, so this is new in the XTU. This is called the compact mode, and this is like you want to tinkle, you want to dab, right?
Can you dab for us?
Oh, you know me?
Yeah.
No, my kids would kill me.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, I can tell all the dad jokes. I can wear the clothes, but the moment that I start dabbing, they're like, and now I disown you.
It's like you're not my dad anymore.
Yeah. Somebody says if we get the hype train, then yes, then basically Alex has to dance. I'm completely okay with that.
I'm okay with that. That works
I
for
knew
me.
that was coming.
Yeah.
Thank you. Love
I think
you guys.
if we get a level 5 hype train on our channel, then we will absolutely make Alex dance.
What about a hype train on every channel? He
Oh.
does, wait, per channel, he does, every time there is a hype train, he
Wait,
has to
wait,
do
wait,
it again.
wait. Hold on. You guys are getting all excited about this. I'm the one doing all the work.
I'm just the messenger. I'm just being fed the
What,
information.
am I just going to dance to the song in my head? Or what?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all the other stuff is licensed and we don't get it pulled down. So yes, you'll have to have
is
the
true.
chance to song in your head. Okay, so here at the top, let's talk about the compact mode real quick. So here at the top, we got this thing called automatic overclock, and this is a conservative overclock that's based on your cooling, etc. That Intel will use to essentially put your CPU just a little above, give you that little bit of extra touch. Wouldn't you say, Alex?
This is like we call a gateway button. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not that, you're like, oh, should I do into overclock or not? So what this does, like Robey was saying, is this will take a look at your overall system. Like we'll look at your motherboard, like a bunch of other characteristics, and they'll say like, okay, we're gonna do a safe overclock, which is a 1-button overclock. And for those of you who are like, oh, I like to overclock it, but I'm a little too scared to play with all the knobs. So this is what we get for that. This is what we're thinking of you guys. This is what we gave you.
Right. Now, I did see a question in the channel, and this is a great question, Pandorian Gray, saying, he's like, I thought it was 5.8, and why am I seeing 5.5? So, Alex, you want to answer that?
Yeah. So what it is 5.8 for one core. 5.5 is all 8 P cores to be more precise. So 5.8 is 1 core, 1 P core, and 5.5 is all the other cores together at the same time.
And when we go into the advanced view, we'll be able to show you guys this a little bit more. But yes, that was the thing that was so magical about the 12900KS SKU, is that it was basically all core overclock, essentially across the board.
Correct. Yep.
So yeah. So what you're seeing there when you're looking at these clocks over here, guys, where it says 5.5, you'll actually see right there on P Core 4, it got 5.8. So that's what he's talking about, is that's the 1 core. And then when we get into the advanced tuning, we can actually up that and change that number, and that's the stuff we're going to talk about with overclocking.
Yeah.
Now these are the little knobs. These are the little knobs, but I want to talk about this right here, where it says performance core ratio. To be really clear, this is all cores. So I don't want you guys to think like you want to touch these knobs. You don't want to go crazy with these, even though there's only 3 knobs. These have a pretty big effect on what's happening on your CPU.
Yep. Yeah. Those are all cores, not just 1 core. You may think it's 1 core, but it's all of them at the same time.
It's all of them at the same time.
So that means you're overclocking all the cores. That means that you're gonna, you're getting them to work, and then that means you're gonna get some power draw from there.
Yep. Okay. So for now, what we're going to do, we could just to show this off. I wanted to show a little bit about what something like this actually might be really good for, and something that's like a little bonus bit here for this show is this core voltage offset. A lot of times you can actually reduce the amount of juice that goes to the CPU and still improve the overall power of your CPU. And so we want to play a little bit with this. And so you may not want to actually say, for instance, you're worried about efficiency, et cetera, like that. Heat, this is an opportunity that you have as well, just like overclocking. It's what's called undervolting, and you could do something like this. So we'll go ahead and set this down, and this is something that you could totally do. We're going to go ahead and set this down to -0.4, and we're going to hit apply here. Guys, we've just undervolted. We've actually changed stuff. What do you think, Alex? You doing okay?
You have me on the edge of my seat, man.
Okay, so we've right now. Oh, whoa, that was not what we wanted. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to
undefined.
Undefined. No, we were defined.
Not defined anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna go into here real quick and just make sure it keeps.
Wow.
Look at that.
I made it really big.
Look at that.
Yeah,
So
we
many
just went to the big
knobs.
mode. Okay, I'm making sure. I'm gonna go back to compact node. Just now. We're good. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got a negative. Oh, there we go. We got that negative volt. Now watch this, guys. So we're at 36,000, right here. We're going to go ahead and start this again. Check this out. And this is something just worth testing. So this is something you can do that's a little bit safer, but there's stuff to play for here. And this is for if you have if you're in a warm environment, you may not have been able to fit like a really massive cooler inside of your case. Then this is something that you can actually do to actually just keep things a little bit more basically under control thermally. But you can see here that, let me do this.
Yeah, so one of the things, one of the interesting things is when we design our processors, we do a lot of corner case testing, and we also have a lot of guard bands, right, to make sure that throughout the years the processor will behave as it came out of the box on the first time. So that's why you can go have these leeway that you can play with things like Robey's playing right now with the voltage, right? He's like, oh, I'm gonna undervolt it a little bit, and you see the computer's still going, even though it's like 0.04 volts. But still, I mean, that just shows how our guard bands and how we take very seriously the design and how do you call that? And the quality and the reliability. Wow, big word. Of the processors.
Yeah. And again, we'll go ahead and stop this, but check this out. We were actually getting 38,741. So we were actually getting just as much power as what we were getting with that. And then temperatures, you actually see almost a 6-degree difference. Now, if we were to let this run, guys, it would actually be a true almost 6-degree difference in terms of your temps. So just a nice little bonus tip. But one of the things that's actually really easy within compact mode, so I wanted to show that off a little bit. So
no, that's pretty cool, and that's one of the things that we got to keep in mind, right? When we are overclocking, usually for some of the people, the first stop is like, oh, let's go crack the voltage. I'm like, no, let's not start the voltage. Let's go start on the frequency side and try to crank it up slowly until you see your system is not stable anymore. Then once you get that amazing blue screen with the frowny face, then you can start playing with the voltage.
Everyone's favorite screen to see, right? That's your favorite screen to see when you have a PC?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It's my favorite, especially at a really critical time when I need to get like a script out or
and my work done.
In the middle of the stream. That's the best part.
Exactly.
Now I do want to talk a little bit about something that people don't necessarily know about XTU, and that's like some people ask, Robey, why would I do XTU over doing something like in the BIOS, right? And so I think this is a great question that's come up a number of times. And one of the improvements we've actually seen with XTU is that with the latest version of XTU, it does stay resident on reboot. So we actually, you'll see this later on, but on reboot, when you basically restart after XTU is in, then it'll actually continue to maintain that overclock. The other thing too is it allows you to do the overclocking real time. So you can actually see, unlike if I was going to do this in the BIOS, I'd have to go load up the BIOS, set my undervolt, then go into Windows, basically do my testing, and then if I wanted to change it, I have to then go back into the BIOS and then change it there. With the XTU, I'm actually able to do this all real time, which means I can tweak things and test for instability and still be on like that razor edge and bring things in without actually having to completely have to restart my system every time. The other thing that's actually really nice about XTU versus using the BIOS is that if you look at the BIOSes between ASUS, MSI, ASRock, Gigabyte, etc., where and how they do things in their BIOSes can be radically different.
Right.
Versus when you do things in the XTU, it's the same from system to system to system. So where you might be able to use something like this is, especially if you're just wanting to get into overclocking and not also have to learn 37 different BIOSes, is using something like this can actually be just as easy. And the only thing you may have to learn to turn off is all of the stuff that the motherboard manufacturer turned on that took it beyond what were the Intel default settings. Anything you want to add to that, Alex?
No, I think you covered it all. The most impressive thing, like you said, it was on the fly seeing your results once you click apply, not only to the cores overclocking, but also to different memory and the memory and frequencies. One thing that is also built in there, in case you don't have like a specific benchmark that you want to use, it also comes with a benchmark that you can actually go and run, and also give you a score number that will help you with that.
Yeah, and we talk a little bit about that. It's less sexy than the Cinebench one. It doesn't get to do all the flash.
It will just give you a number, but.
So yes, but it is free and it does come with a utility, and that is absolutely true. And I'm going to go through some of the features of the XTU as well that are another things that I think people don't know about using this versus a BIOS as well. And then the other thing too is that is also nice about XTU is that when you trigger what's called watchdog, like so when you blue screen or you create instability, it will automatically set things back to default. So it doesn't keep the overclock at that point in time. You're going to load back in, and you're basically going to be everything back at default settings. And only when you have instability will it actually have that happen. So Alex was actually talking about like as you're using your CPU, things will change in the silicon, etc. And if you see something comes unstable, and then all of a sudden like your 0.04 undervolt isn't working as much anymore, then it will reset, and then you can basically tweak with it right there. That makes sense. Anything to add?
Yeah. Let me think. No, I think you covered most of it. I'm trying to go. I mean, there's once we go on the big with all the knobs, you have like different things that you can play. You can play with power voltages, temperatures, and voltage offsets, automatic voltage offsets. Yeah, a bunch of other things. It's pretty even voltage curves, voltage frequency curves. So it's pretty complete.
Okay, here it is. Look at it all in all its glory. Look at all the stuff you can start playing with. You guys ready to get crazy? Let's do the get crazy dance. Here we go, because that's where we're at right now. We're actually able to get into this and start getting a little bit bonkers. And I see Liquid House and other people are saying it's not as much fun as in the compact mode, but now we are in the advanced mode, and you can see we have a lot more to basically play with. Including, check this out right here. This is new right here, the ratio monitors. You can actually see the individual ratios. Before these were kind of up here, but now they actually have them down here for every P core and every E core. You also have your monitors, so you can actually see that, including like your gigahertz, how many volts per core, their overall temperatures are all right here as well. And then this right here, this is just to kind of go back to where you guys were talking about when it's like how many cores you get. So you can actually see here as it's set, we can actually up to 2 active cores up to 5.8. If we did 3 cores, then everything goes to 5.5, and then it stays at 5.5 from here on out. Now this is a lot of fun. I've actually started playing with this, and this is super exciting. This is called your TVB temp. And what this is saying is like you can actually find where you might see something where you're unstable at a certain temperature. So let's say, for instance, I can actually get like a 6.2 on an all core. 6.2 on a single core. But if it gets above 85, it starts to get unstable. So I could set something like, it's like, hey, set this to 85, and at 85, I can actually then have it drop down by 2, 3, 4, whatever it was, to make it stable. And then if I even needed to drop that again, you actually have a second set of TVB offsets. So like you could say, well, but and then at 80 or 90, then you could drop by another 10 or whatever it was, right? So which is, I know that's kind of backwards, but point being is that this is like a really neat thing that you can have a lot of fun with as you kind of figure out what your cores are capable of doing. And then you can really, like at a minute level, dial in down to a temperature setting, your individual offsets, etc. Anything you want to add to that?
No, so TVB is just a thermal velocity boost, and like you were saying, you can adjust your temperature. Yeah, you can play with the temperatures depending on what frequencies to reach or not, depending on how you feel. It has a set like specific temperature that it like overclocking it is all depending on power, temperature, and that dictates the headroom. So all those will definitely tell you, and that and temperature here you can actually set it depending on what you want it to do.
Okay. And then I want to go down here, and this is where we talked about the benchmarking stuff. So this is the benchmarking that we have. You can run the XTU2 benchmark, which is not as sexy, but it'll give you a score, which is always a lot of fun. And then you have these things called profiles. And what is interesting about profiles is actually this profile pairing tool. And this is probably the thing that makes me the most excited about the Extreme Tuning utility, because you may be, let's say for instance you want to boot up and a lot of what you do is you're just on Chrome, you're all that sort of stuff, and you don't want to necessarily have your overclock all the time because you want to maintain your temperatures or whatever it was. What you can actually do is per application, So let's say, for instance, you're doing Civ, which is a lot more CPU intensive because of the oh man, I just forgot the name of it. Simulation that runs on the CPU. So you're like, I want to use a higher overclock for Civ than I do when I say something like Valorant, or when I'm basically playing Cyberpunk, which isn't necessarily CPU as intensive as I am to play 1080p Valorant. Then you could actually create different overclocks for different applications. And then what you can do is you can actually turn on app pairing and then pair a profile to a particular application. And this could also be interesting for folks who are doing workload stuff as well. So it's like, oh, well, I'm going to do rendering, or I'm going to do some heavy computational load, and I want to make sure that I'm overclocked only for that specific thing, or I want to find a different overclock that works when I'm playing that using that application, and then you can pair that with that particular application, and it will dynamically change the overclock based on what app you're running. That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's exciting.
That's very exciting.
It is, that is super cool when you think about it, just having something like that can be on a per application. Anything I missed, Alex?
No, I think, no, that's like great. Like you said, depending on your game and depending on the profile executable game that you're going to do, that's amazing. Because you don't want to be like browsing the internet and be at 6 gigahertz.
Yes, you do, Alex. That's not true. So yeah, this is just a kind of a nice overview of everything that's kind of within this, and can be really, really cool. Okay, so now, go ahead, Alex.
No. I said, like, yeah, there's a bunch of different things here. I think, yeah, I see even though it said like the stress test is not that sexy, is there. It gives you a number. Like you said, if you want to use another one, it's fine. Also, at the bottom, you see that it tells you the readout, which I think is pretty cool, of temperature, when it's ongoing with the system, and a bunch of other different numbers that'll come really helpful once you start playing with an ops.
And then you also have this right here. Oh, this right here, which is like basically all of your stuff as well.
Yep.
You know, it's funny, I don't play with this very much. But yeah, where you can see all this. And these are all the things that you can basically play with, like your temperatures and all of the things that you can essentially monitor when you're doing it.
Yep.
So much toys.
So much fun.
So much fun. Okay, so let's actually start an overclock. Okay, what do you think, Alex? You ready?
I am ready, man. Let's do. What do you want to do? You want to do?
Okay, well, the first thing I do, and I'd love to get your opinion on this, is I have a tendency to play with these first, because I'm actually not too worried about maxing your turbo boost, your power time window, and your max to basically unlimited.
Right, correct. So those, like, I think the current default right now is, so you have, as of Gen 12, we have said that power PL1 and PL2, so power level 1, PL2 to be the same. And once you do that, so pretty much you're telling that your turbo boost power max so you're pretty much telling it that once you're in turbo, you could be there for undefined forever.
Yep.
So that is that turbo window that we have, time window, which is also known as tau. Before that, we have like one power setting, which is PL1 and PL2, and there'll be a difference. And the tau will tell you how much you're going to stay at the highest power. But now you can do whatever you want.
Yep. And then the other thing too, which is actually tied to this current EDP limit throttling, is your amps. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply this, because I know that at that point in time we've done something. But this right here, where it says 400 amps, now my motherboard, just because I know I actually can set this to unlimited because I know the motherboard can handle it. But if you have something that's actually a little bit less awesome, we usually recommend just going about 25 amps per as you're basically testing through there. But given I know what our board can handle, I'm just going to go ahead and set this to unlimited. Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, so you're adding unlimited so you can draw as much power as you can to make sure that your overclocking is stable. Once you become once you're trying to get up a more or a higher overclocking or precise, you can play with the current, and also the current will also, you don't have to crank it all the way up sometimes. Sometimes you could bring it down, because that will also help you with your thermals. Just like you were doing earlier, Robey, with the undervolting. Playing with the current and the voltage, like you can go down and you can see that like your temperatures drops like 6 degrees even more, depending on processor and whatever you're doing, and you can still hit those scores they were hitting before. So just don't. It doesn't only go one way, right? It doesn't only just crank it up, but you can also play with that a little bit.
But again, for us, it's like, like I said, we when we were basically talking through that, you'll actually, the one thing that's really nice about their monitoring, and I could actually show you this right here. So let's just test something real quick just to show you guys what we're talking about. So let's set it to 400, which is what the default is. So we're going to go ahead and set this down to here for, it's very dialed in. There we go. So we set this to apply. We're going to go to apply this. Now watch this. If we're going to go ahead and let's just set this to 6, and then we'll leave these. We'll just do one thing and go the rest of the cores up to 5, 6. So this is actually a pretty light overclock. Just for hit apply. There we go. Now, if I go here, and I'm going to leave XTU on and understand your guys, because this is the way this is on, we may not see things hit 6. Because we're actually using all of our cores, but you've can already see 5, 6. But if I hit start,
yeah, exactly, because you're gonna, like you say, you're gonna utilize all your cores, therefore, the headroom
there it is
voltage.
right there. Yep. So this right here is, like I said, because 400 amps, we're actually seeing limit throttling, and this is where this tool can actually be, when we're talking about that real-time feedback, this is where that tool can help us find things like that. And this is where you could sit there and start saying, well, if I want to keep this overclock and not be limited, what I could do here is start messing with messing with our amps and adding amps until that doesn't trigger at whatever current overclock it is. And you can be very precise, like you said, Alex, without having to say, I'm going to dial it to 1,000,000 or go to the moon.
Yep. Or a moon ton.
Yeah, exactly, a moon ton. And right now we're already at 39,000 in terms of where we've already hit. Basically the current overclock, and you're seeing we have seen some 5.8s here. A couple things have hit 5.8 on 2 of our cores already, and then you can see everything here is hitting 5.6. But also temps. Actually, we can see. Let's do clear here. You can see temps have gotten up to 88 already. So we still have some headroom we could play with.
Yeah, you still have a ways to go. I mean, and this is when overclocking becomes an art. When you overclock, it becomes an art, is because like there's so much things that you can tune here and there and tweak and find that it could just squeeze that little extra performance. Get that extra little performance off the table into your system. That's the amazing part of these tool, and also all the hardware, right? Because there's a lot of engineering going behind all these different things.
Okay, well let's see. Can we do more?
Of course
We could do more.
More.
Okay, let's try this. Let's take this up. Let's try 5.8 on 4. What do you think?
Sure, yeah, 5.8 on 4. I think that's good. I mean, because the processor is already 5.8, just two cores out of the box. So 5.8 for 4. I mean, and if you think about it from a gaming perspective, 4 is a good number of cores that get used by games. Yes, the games go from, I don't know if there's still such a thing as single core, maybe Minesweeper.
Minesweeper? That's your best game, right?
It's a great game.
Yeah. Dude, I'm like level diamond in that.
So here we have, so it's funny because what we have right now is actually this overclock right here would actually do a really good job of dealing with legacy titles, so single-threaded applications, right? Because you basically got your 6 on 2, and then now as games, because guys, believe it or not, games aren't the awesome multi-core application that people think they are, right? And so by doing 4, most of even your modern-day games can be covered by doing that. So when in full screen mode. Now again, we're not going to be doing full screen mode here because we want to see the overclock, etc. But when in full screen mode, this would actually mean that our games are going to run at 6 gigahertz for their main thread applications, etc. So, which is actually pretty cool. So let's apply this. Okay, we're good there. Let's just test it. And we're still going to be at 5.6, but again, sometimes even when we do multi-core, and I'll run the single core one. But oh, look at that! Look at that right there, Alex.
Sorry, I get a delay.
Oh.
We're watching a little bit behind.
6.
Yeah.
There's 6 right there. We got 5.8 on those 2, and we've gotten 6 on those 2.
Wow.
That means it's time for the crazy dance.
Crazy
Time
dance?
for the crazy dance. We can already do the crazy dance. We're at 6 already on the main core.
I see more.
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 This is like, one more song.
One more. Yeah, and we
Encore.
and to be super clear, guys, we haven't changed voltage at all.
Nope.
So we haven't
So
actually
that-
even we
yeah.
haven't actually even done any voltage changes.
That's just we're talking about those garbands. Remember before, like don't, and that's what we're saying also. Even before that is like don't just go cranking up the voltage. Like go little by little cranking up the frequency until your friend the frowny face comes up, and then
Yeah,
start
and
playing.
then trump it up to 6.2 and crank that voltage to no.
All
No,
the
don't
way
do
up.
that. Yeah, like Alex is like, no.
Please don't. Please don't. You're gonna have a lot of angry people.
Oh, and you know what I just realized?
What?
Hold on, let's stop this. I just realized our amperage, we're actually limited here. Okay, so I'm gonna just, for the sake of safety, because we are actually current throttled.
Yeah, you guys said more. There it goes.
More.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Okay, what do we got? So we're at 39,010 is what we had on that last run. But now we're not hitting that throttling. Now we could have just sit there and tweak that, but we also don't want to do this for 10 hours. I mean, Alejandro and I love hanging out, and Adam loves hanging out too.
I love hanging out.
It's a lot of fun.
That's the joy. Okay, what's our number there? Okay, 39,196. We got another 100 points, right? So we're feeling really good in terms of, for gaming, we're going to go show you guys. By the way, these temps, even though you are seeing them jump up, the other point that we're going to see is you can actually have an overclock like this and not have to worry as much about your package temps and stuff like that because they will be much, much lower. Well, should we do a little bit more, Alex?
I don't know. No, I think we're good. We could call it a day. Thank you guys. Have an
It's been a pleasure. No.
It's been a pleasure. Okay, let's stop it because,
And
like you said, we already got that. We already saw that temperature jump because of this. So actually, why don't we go to 450 and see if even 425.
Yeah, 425. See if we can still get that.
And see if we can basically get that temperature down a little bit because if we don't need it, we won't use it.
Yeah, and you still want to leave some headroom for other stuff. So,
Yeah, exactly. So this is, guys, welcome to tweaking. This is what it is. We haven't hit it yet. So see, I think 425 is going to be okay.
I believe in you.
More.
More. Give
More.
it 500.
1 million.
Clear
Is that too much?
min max there.
It's never too much.
Okay, yeah. See, we're doing this no problem, Alex.
Boom. Well,
Are you having fun?
I am entertained.
There's the
Let's do it.
dance.
Are we gonna do
There's
some
the
dancing,
dance.
guys? Let's do it.
What? There's a dance?
There is
He's
a
doing the silly dance.
We gotta get some sizzle.
Oh, and stop. All right, end scene.
I'll make sure to clip that one for you.
There we go.
Thank you. You know, that's the problem. When you're recording, you can edit those parts out. but
Oh,
when
and look at
you're
it. So
live,
you even talked about this though, Alex. Look at that, 39,478 on that one, right? So we're like
478,
500 points
100
from
points.
40.
wow, and we didn't go.
No, we went down.
No, we went down. Yeah, and that's what we're. Sometimes, yeah, like we said, it's a two-way road.
Yeah.
And actually, I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all this started also with it used to be very popular. I think it's still very popular with laptops on the undervolting
Yeah.
side.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I know you are right there.
I see a really important comment in some of the chats here, and people are asking if this is a 4090 or 3090 or what this is. This is a 3090 Ti. We are currently doing this all on a 3090 Ti, but however, at
We're
some
waiting
point
for the forklift.
we're waiting for the forklift. During this stream, at some point, we will be swapping in a 4090 Founders Edition and doing some tests alongside with that. But currently, this is a 3090 Ti that we have in the PC.
Okay, so I've gone a little crazy, Alex. I've gone a little crazy because we haven't seen a blue screen, and maybe we won't.
Ooh.
So what I did is I added 0.01, and I went to
0.01.
5.7 all core,
All of them?
all of them.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Someone likes to live dangerously.
Lives life on the edge.
Oh.
Now the good thing is they told me if this smokes and I'm just kidding. They didn't.
Did you let the smoke out?
Yeah.
I remember
Who
back
let
in
the
college.
smoke out?
Who? All right. It's okay.
Oh, it's going. 98. Oh, I'm going to clear this.
It keeps going.
It's going.
I told you the magic of output center.
More.
39.
Wow.
Oh man, 338. And look at that. Look at that. 5 7s. Oh look. Oh okay. We gotta stop.
What happened?
Okay, we're gonna go up to 450.
450.
More.
More.
I hope you guys brought your helmets.
Another
Did you bring
one.
your helmets?
Another one.
Who is this?
We saw it. Yeah, I was like, we're not seeing the jump.
Jump.
Give it a little. I'm just gonna go closer.
This sounds like a movie. I just need it to be
Just a little bit closer. I'm on Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade.
Exactly.
I'm reaching for the Ark of the Covenant. Not the Ark of the Covenant. Dang it. The
hat? No.
No, it's the
other one.
cup.
The
Yeah,
cup.
the-
No, but it's got a name.
Chalice?
The Holy Grail.
Chalice?
I'm
The
like
Holy
reaching
Grail.
for the Grail.
Yeah.
Oh, we already got one. You already have a Grail? Yeah.
It's for you to choose.
And second thought, let's not go to Camelot. It is a silly place. Okay, here we go. Gotta clear this.
What this guy's
Okay, guys.
full month? No.
Here we go.
Monty? Anyways.
I think everything is clinched. I've got max clinchage. I've got max clinch.
somebody get him a little a Kleenex. You know, he's
I'm gonna get him a towel. I'm gonna get him a towel to just
It's
start.
got to finish as long as
Yeah.
it doesn't hit that max, that TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx is up there.
39. Oh.
What do we got? I can't see.
It's we got it. This is basically.
Oh, no.
It didn't it crashed Cinebench. Crashed Cinebench.
The PC is not smoking, if you guys are wondering.
Yeah.
The
no,
PC
so
is
we will
in good
crash
stand.
Cinebench, but we did not. So this is something that's nice about the
That's
XTU,
interesting.
is we're on. If this is chaos, we're right here. We're just looking over
We're
the
there.
edge.
Yeah, we're
Over
just
the edge right here. Okay.
Don't want to jump.
I've got 2 degrees.
On what? On EE?
I've got
and
2
what
degrees
else?
to
Computer science?
right here. 2 degrees of temp.
Oh, temperature.
We're at like near the max of our cooler here. So I'm gonna go up to point. I'm gonna add another little bit of voltage. Our amperage is fine. We're gonna see what we can do. We gotta see how close we can get, right?
You keep pushing it. Push it real good.
Push it. Nice, Alex. Okay.
You
I
really
just
want to push
just
for this boy
but
band.
I mean, it's like it's not push it real good. It's like you gotta push it real good.
Push it
You know
real
what I mean?
good.
It's like mild pushing. Like it's like that
Subtle.
that friend with no emotion who's just like push it, Robey, push it. You go,
Go.
boy.
Rah,
Rah,
rah, go
rah,
team.
rah, rah, go.
Go team, rah, rah.
Rah, go team. Okay, here we go. What's
I
gonna
believe
happen?
in you, Cinebench Shark 23.
Okay, we've given it a little bit more voltage. Ooh, that jumped up real quick on temp. It just got to stay below 100. We're playing with this. And I will say, guys, if you wanted to, you could throw some different fans on this, and you could still.
Right.
Oh.
I wouldn't say throw. I said install.
Install.
Throw?
Sorry,
Oh,
that's
it's
the lack
just
of
not
sleep
getting
talking.
there.
I don't know why.
A little bit more.
Try the good old.
I'm just slowly adding a little voltage. Okay.
Wait, the voltage is behind your. If you move the XT to your left a little.
I move what?
So your feed, your handsome picture.
Oh, you
is
can't
on
see it.
top-
Okay,
exactly.
sorry.
It's on
Yeah,
top
it's
of it.
covered by your amazing display.
Oh, there you go. How's it? What do you think? What do you think of our
Ooh,
settings?
Whoa.
Oh,
Nice.
whoa.
There we go.
What do you think? I didn't go crazy.
No. I think you're good. You still haven't touched the voltage.
No, I haven't.
So,
No,
yeah.
I'm playing with offset.
yeah.
I'm just because I'm still seeing this go up.
Well, you can. 50.
What do you think?
50. That will be 50 millivolts. I don't know. 50 millivolts are all offset. I mean, the system is not crashing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, it's getting a little further.
So just
Okay, we'll try it.
one more time.
One more time.
We're pushing for this
We're
boy
gonna push
band.
it.
I see.
All our frustrated dreams. Before becoming engineers and tech, we all wanted to be part of a boy band.
We just got to get through it.
This is a great question, actually. While we wait for this, does RAM speed have any influence on these results you're seeing?
I mean, RAM definitely gets in there when you're starting to. It makes things a little bit more challenging. Like right now, we
Right.
haven't changed the RAM speed, but if you want to crank it up, the RAM speed, it becomes because what is going on is now
Oh, okay.
you're telling the integrated memory controller to go faster, and
Right.
that's also drawing more power, more heat. So it definitely gets. So what Robey's doing right now, he's just holding it at JDEC specs. So pretty much at the specs of the RAM comes in.
Yes.
If you want to increase the speed of that, the mega transfers per second, you can do that. But then it becomes really even more of a balance of like, ooh, how much I tweak here, my tweak there. So it does play into it to answer the question in a long.
Oh, you know what I just
form.
realized, guys? We're going.
He's cranking up the fans now. And I'm going to stop there. Cranking the fans.
Okay,
All
we
the
got.
fans.
Okay, there we go. Now everything's going at max. Okay, let's see. By the way, we hit TJ Maxx. Because you can see that there. We got to 39.
TJ Maxx.
It's a good store.
39,801.
39.80. Ah! Give me 4. Give me 4.
Give me
More.
40. Yeah.
Give me 40.
I'm going to do this on.
Robbie's in a mission. He's like, he switched from host to completely.
I want to, yeah, it's like I'm
Yeah,
focused.
He's in,
Yeah, now
he's
he's
in
like,
the, he's in the
now.
zone. Yeah, he's locked in.
He's like, no, sorry guys, I'm not gonna be. Alex
Oh.
and Adam will carry the.
We'll
commentary
start
from now.
we'll start dancing for you
Exactly.
while
Well, we get, okay, and there it is. Okay, so I think we found it. I think we found what
lost
we
it
can
on
do. I think we could, like, if we do this, this is still possible. I mean, we actually have a stable clock right now at 5.7, all core, 5.8, and then 6.0.
I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, for gaming. I mean, not for gaming, but for everything. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that is really nice. Really
Okay,
nice.
but I went ahead and went to 5.9.
You remind me of Top Gun Maverick. Don't push it, man.
Just a little
Don't
bit
push
more.
it.
Just a little
Sorry,
bit more.
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Okay, so I'm just gonna test this real quick. I think we'll still be okay because for gaming, I'm gonna give it. This is maximizing gaming, guys. We've given pretty much gaming the best it's got. I think this is gonna be fine. Ooh. Look at those 5.7s across the board.
5.7. Wow, that's like, I can do math. I was like 0.1 away from from 5.8
I know.
for the 2 cores.
39 science 775. But look, we're not hitting temp-wise and stuff like that. We're okay. We could actually keep this for gaming and not have a problem. And we want to show that. So that's the second half of this video. Again, we're doing everything right now about pushing the CPU and giving it the actual worst case. But for gaming, it's not like that at all, right, Alex?
No, it's not at all. So what you want to do is you have a couple of cores by a couple, 4 or 5. I mean, you can this is personal. Or like it would be like I have 2 high, then 4 will be like the highest, and then you can do 5 or 6 because I mean you have those straggler or leading edge games that will actually reuse all those threads. So that would be kind of a way to do it. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay. So you're saying we should put this up to 6.5.
Yes, I mean, didn't
More.
that come on through what I just said a minute ago? I said 6.5. Probably because I was talking another language. It happens when I get tired.
Okay.
What motherboard is currently being used? I just want to chime in here real quick. It is a
go ahead.
Z790 Maximus from Asus.
Every time
Okay,
you say
so here we've
Maximus-
got this. We got this going now. We can actually close this down. We're going to keep our current overclock. So we've got 6.0 on 2 cores, 5.9 on up to 4 cores, and then 5.7 for all core. And then what we're going to do here is we can close this, and then so we verified our overclock, and then here we go from here. Let's show you with a game solely focused. Oh, let me before I do that, just realized I need to open.
More.
I need to open more.
You need to open the hard double bot info.
Okay, here we go. Let's open MSI Afterburner.
There we go. Have you guys seen the TV series of this? It's pretty
Yes.
good.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
when-
Edge
Really,
Runners.
really good.
Oh, it's
So when I
so
was
good.
when I was at PAX West, I actually was the first. They did a private screening for the first 2 episodes at a local theater, and it was incredible to see live.
Yeah, you know, hey, let's just flex on the rest of us there.
Yeah.
I'm sure, no problem. Yeah,
I felt there was room to there.
Yeah. Thanks for flexing. How you feeling after that, there, Alex?
Wait, what? We're just a little thirsty. Adam, you guys are the ones who could point to the beach, not me.
Yeah, we're close to the beach. We're close. It's that way.
Okay, so we've got our game up. Now, what I'm going to do is just to make sure that we're using the maximum level for our overclock is we're actually going to do this as dedicated full screen. That's going to give it basically everything for the CPU. So right now I've got it at 1080p and in windowed mode just because we were basically testing a little bit earlier. But let's go and breach. We're breaching right now. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so let's go to our graphics. Now, we are going to keep it at 1080p. Main reason being is that's where we're using the CPU the most. But we're going to go to full screen and apply.
Yeah.
And then you guys will be able to see your temps up here. And then again, the one thing you do have to understand is a lot of the work here is being done by the GPU. And you're seeing that right here with the 3090 Ti, etc. So it is worth noting is that even though we have the game with its main thread getting that 6 gigahertz love, which actually is improving performance, we don't have to worry as much about temps. So we're going to go ahead and run our benchmarks and see how this does. Now this is 1080p, no DLSS. This is ray tracing just being awesome, but nothing, basically no other magic. And then obviously utilizing the CPU as much as it can, which is not a ton, but it's still there. And then you can see, I don't know, Alex, can you see that number? Does that look like 90?
Looks like it's close to 90.
It looks like it's not close to 90 at all.
No.
Not even close. It's just telling you that it has, well, a couple of things that you were saying, right? When we were doing the other benchmark, we were hitting, we still have some headroom, but it was definitely above what we're seeing here, which is above 80. And here we're just we're running a gaming benchmark, which should be pretty close representation of what all game will, what type of load will exercise on the processor. And we can see that it's barely breaking 75, maybe here in this reflection.
It'll pop up to 80, but
Yeah,
nothing more than that.
exactly.
And we've got this we got a pretty good overclock on this CPU right now.
Right.
Yeah. I think, what did we ended up? You said 6 and 2 cores?
6 on 2, 5.9 on 4, and 5.7 on all.
Oh, 5, 9, and 4. Oh man, yeah. This is
Actually
really
a pretty good overclock.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it.
I like it a lot. He's
Yeah,
rubbing his
baby.
he's
I
rubbing
like
his
it.
hands. I like it a lot.
It's like, I like it a lot. Okay, so there you guys go. So the point of just showing you this is just to show you a little bit about how even when you do an overclock for gaming, you're not going to get temps anywhere near that. And depending on the quality of your AIO and your cooling, etc., you could see actually better or worse temps than this. So that's why we did everything we did beforehand to kind of see what our cooling capacity was and how far we were able to push our cooling for our PC to get the best performance we could out of the PC at that point. It's a 3090 Ti right now. It's freaky. We're going to put a 4090 in here in about 15 minutes. Yay. Okay, so there's that.
3090 Ti, by the way.
I know, I said it's a 3090 Ti, and we're going to put in a 4090.
Yes, correct.
And then we're going to be revealing the 5090.
Yeah. First,
Yeah.
you
First
heard,
ever, world's first.
we needed a forklift for the 4090.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not going to believe what we needed for the
Yeah,
5090.
we actually had to have a helicopter brought in.
What do you call that? The Chinook? Chinook helicopter.
Yeah, the Chinook. Yeah, we brought the Chinook. Dual rotor.
Exactly.
And then the 6090 is actually delivered by SpaceX. Just to connect directly
Falcon
to
9.
the moon.
There we go.
Okay, let's go ahead and quit that one. So that was one. Let's pop something else out, like kind of a classic. Well, actually, no. I like new
Solitaire?
cars,
No,
and we're here in Miami, and cars are a pretty big part of the Miami vibe here, because you know, nice weather and all that sort of stuff. So
My 85
let's
Honda
let's
Civic.
check out some Forza Horizon.
Ooh, Forza.
What's your go-to choice for gaming besides Minesweeper, Alex?
Solitaire is a close second. No. So I love role-playing games, but life got complicated after college. You know, work kind of gets in the way, and it's completely absorbs me. Like I love all the role-playing games. I died a lot on Elden Rings. It was fun, but I usually try to go and help people level up on first-person shooters. That's
Oh,
what I
really?
do. Yeah.
So you're saying you take most of the beating. You don't do most of the beating, is what I'm hearing. you help people level.
Yes, that's another way of saying things. That's another way of saying I suck, but I still like to go play.
all while having fun.
Yeah, because what it is like I can go in there and play for like 30 minutes, an hour, and then come back. Because what happens is, like, for example, a couple of weeks ago, I fired up again Black Flag, Assassin's Creed, which I love all the Assassin's Creed
Oh,
titles.
such a great game.
And then I was like, what was I supposed to do? Where was I? It was like, oh, what was the quest? What was my side quest? Like, yeah, so, yeah.
Okay, so we got everything. We got VSync off. We're at 1920 by 1080. We got variable frame rate, and then for graphics, we're running everything on extreme. So let's check this benchmark out, and we'll see what temps end up on this one. Start benchmark. And the only two is this one actually has a CPU, like a CPU simulation as well. So this is one that you can play with, and actually, as you're overclocking, actually see how your basically how your performance is improved. If you want to use a game to see how it's doing, Forza Horizon is a great one to basically do that for. Today, we have a special treat, Alejandro. I don't know if you know that, but we're going to be showing Modern Warfare 2 campaign on a 4090 with this overclocked 4090.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
I mean, like I said, I was helping people level out in beta of Modern Warfare 2. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun playing. I can't wait. It's 4 days away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, there goes the weekend.
Yep. Well, we're going to check out the campaign, though.
Yeah, I love the campaign, and I'm a little guilty because I'm halfway through the campaign of Modern Warfare 1 because my friends kept saying, "Oh, let's go do Warzone," and then once you have your buddies in the Warzone, it's fun. Doesn't mean that I kind of want to finish the campaign on the other one, but anyways, I like to see the
Well,
campaign. I can't wait.
we won't
Wait,
spoil
isn't-
too much, but we got to show it. You know, we got to play the
It's-
latest and greatest on an overclocked 13900K.
It's Papa Roby.
Is Papa Roby playing the game?
Oh no, he's playing. He did this. Oh, you guys, most
Nope.
incredible video coming out.
They'll see it soon.
There, you guys will see it soon.
Can't wait. I saw him on your Instagram, living the life of a influencer.
Yes, Papa RobeyTech has officially done the duty. Oh wait, that's.
Ooh, walk into that one.
You just lobbed yourself there. Hope Papa Roby is not watching.
So there you guys go. I think we topped out at what, 50? I think it was like just shy of 56 on that one. And you can see there are all in all great frame rates.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I don't think you. I can definitely tell the difference between 600 frame rates and 650 frames per second. You know, us level helpers.
Yeah. Well, look at this, and guys, another internet celebrity. We've had Liquid House in the channel, and now we got Andy the Lab hanging out in the channel as well. So surprise, surprise, she's actually down here as well at Origin in Miami, and she's helping tell Papa RobeyTech's story. So I'm really excited about that. You guys are looking for a cool collab. Very, very talented individual, and super stoked to get to work with her as much as I get to. So, Alex, have you met Andy? I don't think you've had.
No, I haven't met Andy. I work with the guys, Liquid House. I love them. The guys are amazing. But I can't wait to also work with Andy. I mean, the whole this whole industry. I don't know how you call it industry, but like this whole environment is. I love it because everybody's so nice and everybody's trying to help each other and just make us. Everybody's working together to make us better. That's what I like.
Oh yeah. And then people are asking, what monitor are we using? Well, guys, we're at Corsair. Of course we're using an LG. A Corsair Xeneon monitor. No, yeah, we're using. I got the dirty looks. No, we're using the Corsair Xeneon 32-inch monitor. Is what we're gonna give you a view of the whole setup here, so you can actually see everything. We've got my Origin RobeyTech. Look at that.
I do like the.
Wow.
That's your laptop, yeah. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. We've got the. Now we're on mobile camera. Here we go.
Wow.
So we've got the Origin RobeyTech. This is the chat laptop right here, and then we've got the Corsair Xeneon monitor, and then that beautiful. This is the system you can win, right? Like this is the one we're giving away, right, Adam?
Yes, this is the exact PC that we're giving away. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm gonna lick it.
And then also, I forgot to mention, you're gonna lick it. He's also gonna sign it as well, right where he licks it.
Right where I lick it. It's just, who wants this PC?
We did not mention this. I forgot. We are giving away more than just the PC itself. Actually, there's 2 prizes. The first place prize is the PC that you're seeing that he just licked, and then the second place prize is a 13700K, and actually. Thanks to Asus for it, a Z79 motherboard as well. So that will be the second place prize. So there are 2 different giveaways that we have going on. There'll be 2 different winners.
What I have to do
And the third prize, you can clone me with the liquid.
What do you have to do besides dancing?
Oh, maybe that's the grand prize. Maybe that's the grand prize.
No,
and
that's
you can
not
clone
a prize.
me.
That's the.
We want people to keep their eyes. This is, I'm not gonna pay for PTSD as a psychologist for watching me dance.
Oh man.
And I do see a lot of people asking this in the chat as well, so I do want to address this. People have been asking when to expect the Z790 motherboards to be available on the site. We don't have an exact date that I can share. That's not public information yet. However, just expect it in the coming weeks that it'll be available on our configurators and all of our PCs.
Yeah, I'll imagine it to be.
But the best thing is you can win this PC now.
Right, you can win this PC which has that motherboard inside of it, and if you get second place, you get a 13700, and you also get the motherboard. So.
Wow.
I'm gonna do a little dance for it. I'll do a little dance for it.
Oh, nice. I like the dance. He's doing it. Okay, well, we got one more. We got one more, and then let's get to some 4090 action after this. But we're gonna throw up some Shadow of the Tomb Raider because this is it's such a classic. Everybody runs this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So here we are, DirectX 12. We got our 3090 Ti. Wow. And then graphic settings. We have highest, ultra, and we got no. Oh, we're gonna go ahead. Let's put some ray tracing on, just for fun. But make sure that we don't have DLSS. Yes, that's what we want, right? We want to use it all.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
What do you want? All.
I want
and more.
all. But let's go
More.
ahead and use. We want to make sure we're in full screen.
Full screen.
Oh, there it is, full screen. Okay. Exclusive full screen is actually what we want. Okay.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. Okay, here we go.
Coming to you, to a
Play.
theater near you, to a stream near you. Exclusive footage.
Okay, here it is. It's loading up. Okay. that's- you can see it right
Exclusive.
there. It's exclusive full screen. Can you guys notice?
Oh, yeah, I just came. Boom. Cozumel. I like Cozumel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, highly recommend it.
Okay. And so I'll send you the booking info so you can get it up, pick it up for us.
All right.
Okay, so we got all this stuff set, and then everything is off, so we're good there. Okay, let's go ahead and run our benchmark. And then again, pay attention to those temperatures, guys. This is again with a pretty crazy overclock.
Yeah.
I've realized that I've become a gaming meme. From the perspective, I was like, when I was young, it's like, oh, I want to play all the games, but I don't have the money. And now it's like, I have the money, but I don't have the time to play.
Yeah, you don't have the time to play the games. Because
This one's-
you just got finished of a sabbatical, and you had like a pretty long list of the games to play.
Yeah.
How many did you finish?
I won. How about those temperature numbers? They're looking great. Those are all. Look at that.
That's a great
wow,
segue.
barely breaking
Great,
60.
Great segue.
Barely 60.
Wow.
Do you need a towel over there? Are you feeling a little
Yeah,
damp? Do you need to wipe off the sweat?
I'm gonna cry over here. It's just tears of joy. Of
Yeah,
temperature.
super happy to see those
because of those
temperatures.
temps.
Right.
Are you guys enjoying the content? Is there stuff that we didn't answer that you guys, I mean, we hopefully, over the course of this stream, you actually got to see just a process for kind of overclocking, even simple things that you can do with the compact mode to overclock. So hopefully you guys are having fun. I'd love to see some hype in the chat if you are having a great time and enjoying what we're showing you guys right now. So can we get some love? Can we get some I love you Alex's, or
you're trying to get a hype train. I see what
Hype
you're
train.
I see what you're trying.
Hype
to do.
train. Try and get Alejandro to dance over there.
Those days are long gone.
Hey, so Alfactors is saying power usage with the overclock. We were actually showing that with the hardware info. You could actually see all the power draw right there on the right-hand side. So you could actually see all of that stuff happen real time. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but again, all that stuff we made sure was entirely visible when we were running our Cinebench runs and stuff like that. So, we love you too, Liquid.
Liquid House.
Big hugs.
I was thinking about this, but a house made of liquid doesn't stay. I mean,
Well,
but he uses tubing, so maybe it's that liquid. His house is made of liquid tubing.
Hey man, in the multiverse,
The first ever official liquid tubing house.
Liquid tubing house. That's his goal. That's why he started it, because that is his dream.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start a GoFundMe.
I'll wait for that. I'll wait for that video to go live.
his build.
Thank you, honey.
His build at ICC Internal Creative Challenge, it just completely. I mean, besides blowing me away, being amazing, all the work. It just reminded me of how do you call that? Of the engine of a Boxster, right? Which is a flat. It was pretty cool. That was pretty nice, pretty amazing.
So Pandorian had a question, and I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about this, but he says, can we go over the ring ratio and how the impacts your overclock stability?
The ring ratios, yeah. So the ring is what connects all the cores together, right? And we actually have improved the ring frequency. We went from 3.6 gigahertz to 4.6 gigahertz. And the idea is you want to also, once you start overclocking, eventually you want to start playing with the ring, right? The ring also when you want to keep up, because that's pretty much the highway that connects everything. So you want to bring it up. Yeah. So definitely play with it, make it there. And on this time around, it should be giving you a lot of better performance.
Yeah, and some of this is just because we haven't played with it a ton, right? Like the first time I spent about 4 or 5 hours playing with this yesterday, so I had an idea of where this particular CPU was, and actually I got it further today than what we got yesterday.
Yeah.
And like I said, what we have is actually a pretty dang good overclock, and there's even more we can play with voltages and cooling and all sorts of stuff that we still haven't even done. But just kind of show you our thought process as we kind of work our way through it.
The world is your oyster.
Make sure you have some salsa. So what like we were saying, like this is definitely a journey that will tell you how well your processor behaves, what performance do you have, right? So you start with just let's make correct the frequency, then you start like let me play with the current voltage. Like one of the questions before, like what about memory? It was like maybe I'll stop not playing with memory, maybe I'll just play with the ring bus frequencies, try to improve that. What if I turn off E-cores? What if there's a lot of things, like let me play with different voltages, different settings. So there's definitely, if you are like a person who likes to tune things, tweak, there is a rabbit hole. It's a fun rabbit hole to be in.
It is a fun rabbit hole. Okay, well, just for the sake of fun, we're going to close something out pretty quick. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and shut this down, and we are going to put a 4090 in it.
Do you have the forklift ready?
I don't have the forklift ready, but I do have you guys to help lift it in.
Lift with your legs, please. Lift with
Yeah,
your
lift
legs.
with your
on
legs
back.
when we're basically putting this in. So I don't know, Alex, if we want to shift scenes real quick. Okay, here we go. Oh, do I have a screwdriver?
Hey, what? Do you need a screwdriver? What's that?
We can get. Do we have a
Yeah,
screwdriver?
we're here at Origin. Like they have everything.
It's
yes,
we got
I'm
it.
looking for the number 2.
If you need it,
screwdriver.
we got it.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
We got you. We got you, Robey.
Thanks, guys. Okay, so we're gonna pull out our 4090. I mean our 3090.
3090 Ti.
3090 Ti. Oop. Ooh, we're gonna have to get a new cable too. Okay, so do we have the 4090 over there? Okay, there you got a screwdriver. Okay, here we go. Guys, surgery live. The first we're gonna do is turn off our power
Scalpel.
supply. Scalpel, please.
Doctor, tell me he's gonna make it, doctor.
I don't know if he's gonna make it, guys. I don't know. Okay, here we
Is
go.
he a goner?
Okay, so we've got our
Oh, shit.
4090 here. Is it already open? Is this a brand new, like unopened 4090? Oh no, it's ready.
Ooh.
Okay, there it is.
Oh,
Wow.
Is that a founder's
Wow.
edition?
You're so
Look at
strong.
that.
Yeah.
Now who's flexing? Now who's
You're so
flexing?
yeah. Now who's flexing? Got the 4090 in his hands.
Look at that.
Pop it in here.
Casually pop it in there.
Well, okay. I'm gonna try.
No stress. No pressure.
PJ's probably watching right now. What is going on?
Oh my God! I bet
What are you doing?
PJ's itching to get in there.
Oh,
It's
I know.
"No, Robey,
He's like, it better be cable managed.
it's not perfect."
I don't know if you guys knew this. The stream is going till 9 o'clock.
Oh.
Yep.
9 o'clock. Wait. 9 o'clock. Now wait. No, you're 3 hours the other way. Never mind.
Yeah, so 9 o'clock. Yeah, is it 9 o'clock Pacific time? 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Which
nine-
which 9 o'clock are we talking here?
9 p.m. HST,
Oh.
Hawaii Standard Time.
Okay. So we're gonna be here a while. We're gonna be here.
Alright.
We're gonna be here a while.
Let's order the pizza. Let's get this party started.
I think we can hit 5. I think we can hit 5-9.
Speaking of pizza in Hawaii, I'm going to start this.
Oh,
horrible
no.
Oh
conversation.
wait, no. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Go for it. Are you
Should
gonna
I
ask
start
me-
it, or I'm just
No,
gonna-
yeah. I'm here for the question.
Pineapple on the pizza. Yays and
Absolutely.
nays.
Absolutely. 100% yay.
What about the chat? I can't see the chat.
Chat
but
just
you guys let me
chat
know.
just bailed.
Roby, what is Roby's answer first?
Oh, my wife loves Hawaiian.
No,
pizza, so-
Roby's. Well, I guess happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm sorry. Did you just say? Am I going to disagree with my wife publicly?
sorry.
Come on, Alex.
I wish you a happy long marriage.
I see a lot of yeses. I see one. No, I see one. No, but I see. Oh, I hear. I see. It's meh on pizza.
It's meh. It's mid. As my
It's
kids
mid.
would say.
It's mid, as your kids would say. Or is that what the cool kids say nowadays?
Yeah, they do. I don't know if they're cool.
Oh well.
My daughter's like, wait, what do you mean I'm not cool?
We're coming for all heads today. We got Papa involved. We got the kids involved. We got the wife involved. All on the
Right
stream
now.
today.
Everybody.
I would have it no other way. Okay, it is clicked in. 4090 is partially installed. We have another 10 hours to go.
So here we go.
Okay, so we do need zip tie cutters
And
because
zip
we need to
ties,
put
of
the
course.
other power adapter in with the control parts.
What was the zip count for this?
I don't know.
guy?
PJ did this, so probably like 70,000.
Yeah, but if you
Perfect.
look at it in the back, it's probably like a modern work of art.
You need zip ties?
No, I think for this we'll just use it as it is. I know PJ's going to be like, "What do you mean?
Or, what are you doing
We
to
need
my
more zip
system?
ties."
What are you doing to my system?
Okay, here we go. We got the connector.
By the way, PJ is, I don't even know PJ's title in Origin. I mean, he's
PJ is the senior
builder, master engineer.
master. We call him master builder. That's like his.
Master
We
builder,
just got the master builder. He does everything for events, influencers, all special builds. He did the Big O. If you guys have seen the Big O, which is one of his
Nice.
beefy builds. But
builds.
yeah,
He actually was also a headliner with BTS for a while, and he was one of the lead singers for Blackpink.
wow.
Now he's going to the army.
but now, yeah, and then now they're going to the army after
Now you go to
for
the
a
army,
break.
therefore he is.
Yeah, so he's actually on break now too.
Free PJ. That's where the free PJ comes from in our chat.
Okay, we're just installing our.
Hawaiian equals ham, banana, peppers, pineapple, and
Banana.
cheese. I have.
Wait, whoa, that's a lot
whoa.
of fruits. Hold on.
You know
Say the
what?
fruits again?
Ba-
Banana.
Ham,
banana
banana,
pepper.
peppers, pineapple, and cheese.
Oh.
I don't know about the banana on a
Exactly.
pizza.
I will
Listen.
agree on all of those, unless it's a dessert pizza. But I'm okay with all the other ingredients except the banana. It's just. I mean,
I'm from New York, and New York is pretty. Pizza's
Yeah.
pretty sacred to us.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. I think you meant banana pepper. Maybe they meant banana pepper.
Oh,
That
gotcha,
makes more.
gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
assuming
That makes more
banana
sense.
pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one time I was in New York and I got there and everybody can laugh. And I was like, I want to get some New York pizza. And they're like, what's New York pizza?
Please
I'm
tell
like,
me you
"Oh."
didn't go to Sbarro. Please tell me you didn't go to
No,
Sbarro.
no.
Wait, that's the best New York pizza.
No, no.
I mean, like I have heard that if you really want good New York pizza,
Mm-hmm.
you go to Pizza Hut.
Just like Chinese food, Panda.
Yeah, Panda Express is the best Chinese food,
Right.
and the best New York pizza is Sbarro's.
Yep.
And you heard it right here from a New Yorker.
Yep, sure. Can't say I agree with it, but I got roped into that one. I'm
Statehood for
Oh, it doesn't
Adam
fit.
has been revoked.
I was like, I'll just put the 3090 Ti in here, but it's actually longer. I forgot about that. Okay. Okay, so the 4090 is installed. What do I do? I just throw this away?
Throw it.
It's a paperweight now?
It's a paperweight
It's
right
a
now. Does that
paperweight.
mean
I'll
nobody-
take it. I'll
I
take
would
it. Pick
love
me.
it.
Does anyone want
There
this?
is a build at the Adam residence that would absolutely love that currently.
We'll just throw it away. Can you
Okay.
go hold the door open with this?
Hodor, the new Hodor.
The new Hodor? Okay, here we go. And Alex, can I hand this to you? Tools. Okay.
By the way, I really like your mechanic shirt, Robey.
You like? Yeah, these are the new ones.
Yeah. I remember you were
Debuting them.
you debuted them at TwitchCon.
And I think a lot of people have actually really liked them. They want to have them be part of our
Yeah.
our
the
rapport.
store.
Like they want to have them on the
Represent.
the merch store. So they're
Exactly.
coming.
I believe we're getting a little bit of feedback from your headset, Alex. Just seeing some messages in chat. So I see you guys that we are in the same room except for Ale, but that's why you might hear some feedback. Just wanted to pick up on that. Make
Oh
sure we
man,
got
my
that.
ears are like they hurt from like the
headset's
headset
too
and then
loud.
my glasses.
Ear-
and
yeah.
then- yeah. So I'm having to do an ear massage. I'm like a Ferengi right now. Oh.
Use the
Okay,
force for
we're back
everything.
at it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this stuff.
I just insulted two.
Okay,
people in the
4090
chat.
installed. 3090 Ti paperweight ready to go. Oh, look at that.
Wow. Wow.
It's so light. Okay, here we go. Pop this back on.
And it's in.
It's in. We're done. So hopefully it turns on. RobeyTech fails to install just the GPU. Oh, that's a good sign.
She lives. It lives.
It lives.
Alive. Dr. Robey. And its creation.
Okay, we're just waiting for it to boot up now. We got RGB, so it's already faster.
I know. It's like 200 frames per second. Are those the dominators? What are those?
Yeah,
These
those
are the
Dominator
yeah,
Platinums,
these are the dominators.
Boom.
Oh,
This-
rub your ears for a 3090 Ti. That sounds dirty.
I saw a couple of these questions. Actually, what mouse pad is that? That is
Oh,
that is
so
very.
this-
Intel
it's
creators.
A, it's a
It's
very
part of the
special.
Intel Creator Series, yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
a very
limited
special.
edition mouse pads. You can actually order some of these from their Artist Series site. I don't know if we have a link to those, Adam, but point is, if you want to pick up
I
some
do
of
not
these,
believe.
these are amazing.
Yeah.
This one was designed by Alex in his sleep. This is his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I do in my sleep. I design stuff. Mostly mouse pads.
that's the second. That's the second gig.
Okay,
Look at
let's
that,
go ahead
it's
and load
alive.
up before we get too far, oh, that's not the one I want. I want this one. Hold on. I want to load MSI Afterburner. And guys, let's check out Modern Warfare 2. What do you guys think?
Yes.
I like that. I like the way that sounds.
Okay, I need to open
Do
Steam.
you guys still see feedback from my side on the chat?
All I see is the feedback that you are too awesome to have just contained on the
Shucks.
screen. That's the only feedback we're getting, buddy.
Shucks.
Shuck.
Okay, there we go. No, nobody's gonna preach you my food either. Oh, look at this. Your computer appears to have changed. That's
Yes,
okay.
it did.
Because we put a 4090 in it. And we overclocked our 13900K. Ooh, look at that. 42% of our CPU right there.
Boom.
We're using
the
it.
Load up the load screen.
Okay, guys, so this is a new game. I'm actually going to grab my, so I can hear the sound. Because sound in this game is important.
Yes, I mean you gotta figure it out when people are sneaking behind you or where people are shooting at you from. Kind of helps.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Modern Warfare 2 hype.
And this is how you had Robey as his friend, as your friend in Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and do, leave this alone. As bad as this hurts, we're going to use a 1920 by 1080 because we got to use that CPU. Ooh, no, that's not right. VSync off.
Justin is currently wearing from Corsair the HS80 headset, which is Corsair's
It's really nice.
newest release, and so is Alejandro. I just realized we are all wearing the headset as I say that. We're
It's
all
so
wearing the
comfy.
HS80s. Yeah.
It has this like, from my previous, it was fake leather, I guess. I don't know what it was compared to these fuzzy things. These are
Yeah.
really,
So
really nice.
the other most of the Virtuosos have a leather headset, leather cups, and these are nice. I don't even know what you would consider these. I don't know what you would consider these actually, but
And the reason you see the wire on mine is because I think mine were discharged, but I think
Yeah.
that these guys are wireless.
yeah,
Just
they're
let you know.
wireless.
Okay, here we go, guys. Now unfortunately, guys, maybe you're getting audio, maybe you're not. I don't know if you guys are going to get any audio. Sorry, but we're just showing gameplay. That's the important thing. So here we go.
And Robey scales at a first-person shooter too.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing.
No, Bruce, we're awake over here. There's so many exciting things happening.
Okay, we'll play regular, just so I don't look like a complete.
No, you
knob.
don't want to go on. You don't want to go on legendary.
I want to see a little bit of the game.
Want to make it past the first NPC.
Al Mazar. Okay.
Yeah. Are you okay? Did you swallow something?
Swallowed a bug.
Look at that. That's really
Wow.
really nice. So pretty. Can I get it now? How about now?
Wow, he looks really good. That's like me every morning when I get up.
It's not scary.
Okay, so it's
Yeah, there will be no-
W's move, right?
Ooh.
There will be no
Wow.
game sound, unfortunately, chat. This will be strictly gameplay, unfortunately.
Wow. Okay.
And this is brand new. We're currently running at
sold.
250 frames per second. That seems fine.
That's incredible.
It's fine.
That's wild.
Wow.
More.
Look at the
More.
textures, man.
And
More.
by the way, we do have DLSS on. We had to choose one, so that is making some impact here in terms of our frame rate. Oh, I wish, you know what? Honestly, that's why this looks the way it does. Hold on. I wonder if I can turn this off. No, I want this.
Did you turn VSync off or you left it on?
Yeah, VSync's off.
It does. I just realized that's a very good spot by that guy. It still says RTX 3090 Ti, even though there's a.
Oh, that's because I actually set that in MSI. I have to fix that.
Okay.
That's not set by. That's set by me
out of the
before
tech.
during the setup. quality. Can I turn it off? There it is.
Injustice.
That's what I want. Yeah, it's not good at 1080p. By the way, DLSS not very good to run at 1080p. But everything else is fine. Okay, that's all good. And then just so you guys know, because people said, hold on,
Thread.
we're gonna change that setting. Whoops,
Arigato.
monitoring.
Meow.
And we'll go to here. I could see maybe that you guys can hear it. Hold on one sec. Okay. Maybe you guys will hear it, but then I won't hear it, but it's fine.
You do not get.
It's for you guys, not
It's for the
me.
content. It's all about the content.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna see if this works though, guys. So we're gonna try and see if you guys can get audio, because nobody cares about me.
We do care about you, Robey. We love you. It's okay. It's gonna
We
be okay.
love you, Robey.
It's gonna be all right.
Everything is gonna be all right.
3 little birds.
Okay, yeah, let me check that. Hold on one sec. Okay, well, let's see if you guys can hear it now. You guys see that ping? You see audio, Alex?
That thing you do? No.
Okay, good. Okay,
we
so
go.
let's go here. And then we'll check it in audio. Check it here.
Rick, reading your comment in chat, I would advise you, yes. Your best bet is to reach out to Origin PC support. We have 24/7 lifetime support, and you'll always talk to someone any time of the day. So I definitely recommend reaching out to them to talk about
Okay, you
it.
guys should hear it now. Okay, they're gonna say we're gonna be muted for 1 second. It should look better now.
I mean, it already looked.
Yeah, that's much better. So textures aren't. Okay, you're good? Guys, I don't know what's going to happen because I'm playing with no audio, so no cues, no idea what they're saying.
From behind. Fatality.
Okay.
Gonna get stabbed from behind.
Okay.
Armed personnel, armor and hardware, all Russian.
What the hell are the Russians doing with Gorbrani?
Supplying Iran.
Oh, wow, look at that.
That's
You
one scope,
copying
man.
the Shadow One?
That's a sniper.
I know.
We need positive ID on
That's gonna be
Gobran.
That
Sniper
guy
fair.
has bad acne,
Can
and
you
that's how I can tell
identify
that with
the
the
general?
scope.
Wow.
Oh, that guy forgot to wipe this morning.
So is
I don't
that,
know what I'm supposed to do, actually.
Ghost, get
I
your
don't know,
glass
just
in
jump
there
down
and
there
find
and
the
see
general.
Put your gas in there. Oh, and find the general. Okay. Find the general.
Armed escorts around one VIP.
It's usually the guy with
Russians
four.
are very
Oh,
happy
wait,
to
it's
see
on
him.
the track? No.
Or is it
It'll
two
be
nice
the
forest
last time they do.
There's some buildings.
That's a sniper, all right. Jeez.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Visual on General Gabrani.
There it is. Boom.
Copy. All stations target confirmed.
Shadow One, you are cleared
shit.
hot for launch.
Roger that, actual. Ghost, you are
What is happening?
to the zone. This arrow is gonna pack a punch.
Copy
Take
it.
over? Yeah, yeah. Oh, cut away,
All
see.
stations, Shadow 1. Missile is ready for immediate delivery. Stand by for launch. Coordinates
This
in.
is not an MMO. Guns blazing, Roby.
Oh, that's a tomahawk.
Blue.
Oh, those are so amazing. Oh shoot, I gotta steer it.
Manual guidance to hold.
Steer it?
Missile bearing northeast 0.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Oh god, where am I supposed to go? No, it's over
Go
there.
left. Follow those little diamonds.
What is going on? I was not ready for that. Okay.
Manual
Okay.
guidance to hold.
Fine on the
Missile
tank.
bearing northeast
It's just like Cup Gun.
Oh my gosh, it gets turned. There it is.
There you go. Make a left. There
I think those are checkpoints, yeah.
Just 5 seconds.
There you go.
Stay with it.
Of course.
5 seconds. Termination in 3.
Got it.
There it is.
Oh, it did what? This game's terrible.
Roby, I want you on my team.
Bearing northeast 0.
We're team.
I'll, as tribute, I'll be on the other team just so you
Okay, here
guys
we go.
don't
Now
feel
that I
too
know what I'm
bad,
doing.
you know?
There we go. That's I have a little bit of delay.
5 seconds. Termination in 3, 2,
Move it.
1.
Third fail equals 10 push-ups.
Oh,
This
for
is the
Robey.
worst.
Target acquired.
Do you know how big of a blast a tomahawk is?
065 degrees.
No,
Mach
no.
3,
That would have killed everybody in that whole thing. I feel like this is not realistic.
Right in the block. Check. Coming in.
Chaos, unfortunately, we cannot raise the bit rate since it's live. We'd have to end stream to raise the bit rate. Yeah, we can only output to a certain output with the frame.
Okay. Did you just see that?
There you go.
He did it!
How would it?
Oh,
Destroyed.
It was kind of the same as the last 2 times, if you ask me.
What the heck?
First try, right? First try.
look at that. Like a glove.
Man, I love these games.
These are
Man.
fun. They're fun. They're a lot of
I heard I hate this
Might
game
General Shepard.
about 30 seconds ago, but
I
you know.
know that look.
No, I think he said this game is.
Oh,
fun.
wow.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
You
I
would
know
be
that guy.
first to know, sir.
Damn right I would.
Oh,
Talk to me.
what's what
We have a
show
hit
is
on
that?
Gabrani's second in command.
Is it him?
Hassan
That's fine.
Zayed.
That's Bill Paxton.
Quds Force Major.
Close.
He's taken up the mantle for Iran.
Supplying
Did a pretty good
terrorists.
job on that.
Money,
What engine is
weapons,
this?
intel.
Well, he's ambitious.
He's dangerous, sir. He wants retaliation
Cryo.
for the
Did Cryo
Gabrani
engine
strike.
changed name after he got
He's
acquired
planning
by
something.
Amazon?
But we can't take him in Iran.
Or is it still? I don't know.
Man, they did
I'm
a
not
really
really
good job with these.
Yeah.
Alex, this looks so
He's
good.
not in Iran, sir. He's on the ground in Al Mazrah.
What the
Oh,
hell
Al
is he
Mazrah.
doing in Al Mazrah?
There is
There we
only
go.
one way
Now,
to find out,
there
sir.
you go. That makes
I think there's a Pizza Hut there.
Well, let's get him.
with pineapple and
That took,
banana peppers.
that took me a second.
Who do we send?
This is real time, yes.
I think they have a Sparrow there, maybe. Possible.
Okay, this looks really dang good.
Roger.
Marines are loading in now. You and the sergeant are leading the way on this.
Sergeant. Let's get ourselves a win, yeah?
This reminds me of
CDC.
Okay, LT, let's go.
Delta Force. What's up? All right, you
Don't you copy?
get the Norris.
Yes, sir.
Get the Norris.
Any issues?
Negative, sir. Out here.
Oh my gosh.
Airstrikes are hitting enemy positions bordering Al Mazrah.
Wow.
Intel confirms
Incredibly
a
good
concentration
graphics.
of AQ fighters converging in the valley.
So you've already played this,
Believe
Alex?
They're protecting something.
I played the multiplayer
Surveillance indicates soldiers guarding
at the
two
beta.
structures.
It was a lot of
Major
fun.
Hassan
I don't know if they're
pulled
still
up inside.
adjusting it, but
Ghost
for
and
us,
Soap will
the
lead a Marine
news and
Special
those that
Operations
are
Unit to
really
kill or
challenged.
capture Hassan
The
tonight.
recoil was like,
One
oh my
helo
God,
will
but then
insert
I
2
went and
teams
changed
at separate
the
offset points
adjusted
bordering the
it.
target
Go,
area.
well, see,
Bravo
I can
team
actually.
will sweep
Yep,
and
that
clear
is me
buildings
under the
1 and
mask,
2.
just so you guys know.
Alpha team takes
I was
building
the
3.
model.
All shooters have execute authority, but we want Hassan alive for interrogation.
I was the
Be
model.
advised, Major Hassan is AQ's life line.
You are the one.
If
You
he's
are.
there, they will die for him. Good hunting.
I'm jealous of both of you. I did not get to play the beta, and
Alpha team stays
obviously
on board to land down range.
this I
Both teams meet in the middle.
so this is my first.
Remember,
No.
we want the sun alive.
Right from Argentina.
This is
4 more days.
capture or kill.
I'll be there, laughing at each other. I was like, oh, you suck.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be terrible too. I'll join your team.
Man, this looks really good. Okay, let's go to night settings.
Razor
Oh,
1 on
snap.
Bravo deployed. Secondary HLT.
Roscoe Mike.
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh my god. Everyone's a hero.
That guy's name is Private Chew.
All stations,
that's
Razor 1 is
true.
bracketed. We're getting lit. Incoming. Flares, flares. Shit.
Oh no.
Already hitting the floor? Whoa. Look at the fireworks.
Oh no.
Going down.
Dolphin diving.
Going down.
Alpha, what's your status?
Robey, remember the 5 Ds of dodgeball.
That seems prob. Oh no.
Alpha, how copy?
I remember the 5 D dodgeball.
Alpha is immobile. Multiple critical. Shit. We're taking effective fire.
Alpha, we're moving to building 1. Hold tight.
So what was the mission here? What do you
We need to
do?
secure that crash site now.
Oh, you need to go
First,
get
we
this
need
guy.
to secure that crash
takes the
site
heat off
now.
Alpha. Then we secure the crash site.
Are you a
Then
voice
we
actor
clear.
by chance?
Roger that.
Roger that.
Let's move.
Let's move. Okay. We're gonna go Cabertosen.
Explicit, we originally did some overclocking on a 3090 Ti and showed how to overclock, and then the second half, or I guess the ending of this stream, we've been just we swapped in a 4090 Founders Edition, and we've been doing some gameplay and showing all the temps.
Yeah, I forgot to change the clock speed to 4090, but it is a 4090 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a hammer. That's not light.
Sweep through.
Well, you can hear what he's gonna say. Go. Ooh,
First
look
day
at
clear.
that.
Negative on Hassan.
You're playing on
Copy
what?
that. Second deck's
Normal?
clear.
Good job, man. You only have one gun?
He's a professional gamer.
Contact.
You have a silencer?
Oh, that's no! I shot my own dude. How did he get up there?
Friendly fire.
Let me ask you a question. How the heck did that guy get up there? Like that doesn't even make it. Like he's like Superman.
I really hope you guys are clipping these for Robey, by the way.
Yeah.
How did he even get up there?
Copy that. Second deck's clear.
Yeah, you were the first
I'm
one
gonna go
up
up the
there.
third deck.
Yeah, we got an "You Are Brutal" Robey from Electric Yoshi.
Oh, alright, here we go. Try this again. What about your knife? No. Oh, you already had that. Oh. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, sniper score.
Sniper. He's Spider-Man. Yeah. Who called Spider-Man?
Move on building 2.
Okay, here we go.
Bravo! Crash site is taking RPGs from building 2. Second deck.
Alpha, taking building
A
2.
little collateral.
Okay, I guess we're taking
You want to run
building
that
two.
one back?
How did the Sergeant Boone get there? Like, did he went through the
Where is it?
fire,
It said take
fire
building
escape?
2. Leroy Jenkins. No, what am I? No, that's our guy. That's Private Chew. I already shot him earlier.
Building 2. Let's go.
He's mad at you.
Yeah, don't be mad.
7-1. Moving interior.
Nobody's gonna
Alright,
want or need a
Oh, there it is.
Oh, they're all on my team. They're fine. Oh God, this game was so good.
Oh, nice.
It's not my fault. This person's acting like Blondie Bagiki, just jumping in front of my line of fire.
This reminds me of Battlefield. That was me.
We going up? What's going on?
Dropping.
7-1 moving to second deck.
أنا لاحق من ده. أخي، اقتل كل واحد بيدور من هون.
Oh, we're going down,
You
maybe?
get that shotgun for close.
I'm hit.
Chew and Ghost are gonna have some strong
went up
words.